pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Any public comment right off the get-go? Mr. Criddle?
Thank you, Mr.
Did I
Mayor.
pronounce that right?
Sorry?
Did I pronounce that right?
That's close enough. I have a hearing impairment, so I have a hard time, so whatever you call me, I learned my mother taught me, just call me, right? So my name is Scott Crable. I am the chairman of the board of the Community Church in North Adams, down the street. I believe back in June, our pastor, Michael, who was my son, was approached and asked us to see if we would consider hosting and sponsoring a fundraising dinner for our local fire department. And so our board discussed that, and we decided we would do what we could to come up with a date. We did it, so on September 16th, we held a chicken dinner, which was put on by our local church, and we raised, thanks to this community, we raised some funds. The total amount was $1,678 that this community put in. Our board was not satisfied with that, and so we looked into one of our special missions funds, and we just thought an even number would be a lot better, maybe for record keeping. So I am here tonight to present the chief a check for the total of $3,000 for fire department equipment. And so, chief, if you want to come up here, I can hand you this. There's actually two checks because one's made out to the donor made it out to the fire department. So I am a retired firefighter of 26 years, so this is hits me right in the heart. I know the sacrifice that they make. I know that trying to find good equipment is hard. I also know that finding money is hard. So it's our pleasure to support this community and fight our firefighters.
Thank you.
One last caveat, I just want to be careful how I say this. I know that you're a small community and I know money is tight and everything. I have a lot of experience in the fire service, and if you were looking or thought about looking at some grants, federal grants through FEMA, the U.S. Fire Administration, I know grant's always that big word. It's all about writing the grant. I see great potential because I see there's a lot of need. That's how you write that need. Right now, the federal government has a lot of money. They're just trying to give it away and all that kind of thing. But it's taxpayer money and it goes back. And so it's that time where smaller departments seem like they're overlooked because maybe you don't have a grant writer, maybe you don't have some social capital with your local politicians, because that's what it's going to take. And if I could just offer some help in any way, I'd be glad to do that. Not saying that nobody here doesn't have that capability. I just want to be careful. But if you should use some means to help, I'll be glad to help that.
Great.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hour later.
You can go now.
Okay. I missed last month, so I feel weird. And did anybody talk about Heritage Day? No. Okay. It went fantastic. We weren't really sure as we got to the end of planning what was going to happen. We thought we were going to be broke, but that didn't happen because the community came out in droves. So we have enough money to continue and go on for another year. So that's awesome. We also have several new members that have joined, and we have reorganized a little bit to kind of spread out some of the work. So I'm really hoping that Heritage Day next year and going forward continues to be a success. So that's awesome. Food Truck Day, October 21st. I left flyers on the back table. That has come together great. I am touching base with all the vendors tonight just to let them know what time to be here that day, and so far so good. I've not had any cancellations, which is awesome.
Saturday, correct?
Saturday the 21st from 12 to 4, and we are very, very excited to have everybody come out. So.
Will we have ball game again?
Yes, there is going to be a ball game. We're actually going to be completely on the ball field this time. We're gonna have wagon rides that are gonna do a little circle, Vreeland Railroad, Maine, Pratt, and keep making a little circle. If somebody wants to stay on the wagon, stay on the wagon. If you only want one little ride, that's great. We have 11 food trucks. There's 25-ish vendors that are gonna be out there. And there are gonna be tables on the ball field so that people have somewhere to sit. And we have lots of great volunteers to help carry things and do things and make sure we continue to pick up, and it looks like we were never there by the time that we're done. I was really pleased with how that turned out in June. I think I found one piece of plastic that was stray after everything was said and done. And then the way we're gonna kind of horseshoe the trucks, there's plenty of space behind the trucks left in the ball field that we're going to be able to play ball just in a different direction back in the back half. So we'll have the ball players out there, talk to some of the firefighters at the benefit dinner, and they were definitely interested in playing again, so that's awesome, because I know Grant is always looking for pickup players to come out, so just encourage people to come out and do that and just be with each other even if you don't eat, so. I would rather you ate, but.
If you need any more tables and chairs, we have plenty at the school.
Awesome. Great, thank you.
The 21st?
The 21st. Unfortunately, it is also the same day as the Michigan State game. We're just gonna hope, because it's in Lansing that day, that whoever is gonna head to Lansing to watch football just stops and eats on the food trucks on their way to Lansing. Or you can wear your school spirit out to the event and tailgate of sorts while you're hanging out with us, so.
Anybody else?